Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another video. Today I'm making this video expressly for the purpose that if I did not make this video and I released a different video tomorrow, I'd be getting nothing but questions about how I feel about the Stranger Things chapter returning to Dead by Daylight. I already got some on the video I released yesterday, even though I usually don't do that where I do day one releases, like the same day releases of something happening, because I like to mull over it, sit with it, think about it, experience it, like I did today, where I went out and played 8 hours on stream of all the stuff that has come back. So, without further ado, here are my thoughts about the Stranger Things chapter. In terms of this, it's pretty simple, right? Like, while it does not affect me particularly a ton in terms of the characters, because I owned Nancy, Steve, and Demogorgon all before they got taken away, so I didn't have to experience that. Overall, it is a very, very good thing for the health of the game and the happiness of the player base that they now get to experience content that some of us that have played the game for much longer have been able to experience this whole time. I cannot tell you, I played, like I said, I played 8 hours today. I cannot tell you how many Nancy's and Steve's that I ran into playing today that, obviously they only had like 3 perk slots, or all their perks were like banana, broccoli colored. They were only rank 1 or 2. So like very clearly they had just gotten the character and dived into the game. It was very, very exciting. And it was just kind of like, it was cool. It was neat to see so many people excited for something again. I will say it was kind of like weird, because I know there was a ton of DVD content creators that I know for a fact earned and had all the Stranger Things DLC, like all the costumes and stuff, and they were like, this is the most life-changing thing that's happened to me this year, and I'm like, but why though? but why though? For what reason is it the most life-changing thing that's ever happened to you? You already own all the stuff. So it was a little interesting. It was also cool today because there's a lot of people that had never played demo before, that were playing demo for the first time, and they're asking me advice on how to play demo. A lot of people were saying the demo was bad, and I'm like, no, demo's not bad. Demo's like a solid B tier character. He's like probably the most balanced character in the game. And honestly, in terms of beginner characters, I think one of the best beginner characters for the game is Demogorgon. So now that demo is available to be bought again, that's pretty cool, because that's going to be the character that I am once again recommending to everybody when they ask me what's a good starting character to get in Dead by Daylight. Demogorgon, because Demogorgon is super balanced, first off, so it's not like you're playing an OP character or a super weak character. Second, you have to learn how to do the normal M1 games, but you do have a power, so you can start learning a fairly simple power that's still very helpful. And also with your portals, you're still learning, map knowledge and how to get around the map and stuff like that, but it's not for free because you have to place them. He's a very, very good beginner character, I think. A very, 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 very good beginner character for learning the game. So that's good that I can recommend Demogorgon again, because, well, he's a good beginner character. Don't know what else to say. In terms of Hawkins Laboratory, you guys have seen in multiple videos, none that are particularly dedicated to it, because I never thought Stranger Things would come back, that I was never ever a fan of Hawkins. A lot of people for years and years always said, hey, I can't wait for Hawkins to come back. I wish Hawkins would come back, etc. And I would always say, you're looking through this through rose-tinted glasses. You do not remember how obnoxious that map was to play on. And they go, no, but Stranger Things, blah, blah, blah. And they would never listen to me. A lot of people today who are experiencing Hawkins for the first time are like, this map's kind of obnoxious. And I'm like, yes, that's what I kept telling people for the entire time that Stranger Things was gone. It was like, you don't want Hawkins back. You don't want this map back. It's very palette dense. There's a lot of really annoying loops. It's hard to traverse. It has the Larry's problem, except turbo, where if you're on Larry's, sometimes you have a hard time getting into a room because the doorways into each room on Larry's are RNG, so they're not static. So you could just potentially not be able to get into a room on one side for like meters and meters and meters. But on Hawkins, that's even worse, because sometimes a room gets blocked off on an entire side, but the rooms in Hawkins are sometimes a third of the length of the entire map. Like the big rooms in the middle, sometimes you'll get door RNG that blocks off an entire side of the map. There was a situation today where I hooked somebody in one of those center rooms, and then I went up towards the upside down area to pressure that gen, and then the unhook happened, So I came back down and wanted to go pressure the hook, but because of the way I came back down, all the doors were shut on that side, so I had to walk all the way around for almost a third of the map to get back into the room. I had a situation infamously before Hawkins got removed where I was doing one of the open lobby on Fridays, which happens at twitch.tv/TheMrHeadache. Feel free to play with us on Fridays. We had a situation where we were facing a trapper on Hawkins, and there was a room that the door RNG only spawned one door. There was a door RNG that literally only spawned one door. And so the trapper hooked somebody in there and then put a trap at the doorway, and then he stood around proxying the hook. So like, even if we tried to do the hold open the trap run in thing, he was right there, so he was just forcing trades. It was the most obnoxious, disgusting thing that I have dealt with on Survivor in the past. Like in the past, that was one of the most annoying Survivor moments I had in my old days playing Survivor. And that's still possible. That can still happen. Obviously, there's anti-cam now, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But, like, holy moly, dude. Like, this map is disgusting. This map is very, very gross. Aesthetically, it's very, very cool. And even while I was, like, frustrated with the map design and all that stuff today, I was still, like, going, like, wow, it's still very neat. And probably because, I'm watching Stranger Things right now. I'm trying to actually, get through it and finish it. I'm in the middle of season 3 right now. So I'm like, wow, it is cool to be at Hawkins Laboratory. It is kind of neat aesthetically. But from a gameplay perspective, this map is... Because this map hasn't been updated at all. It's only just, like, dropped back in the map, or back into the game. Which makes me think that, like, the whole Stranger Things thing was very sudden. Because if you remember recently, Kote in an interview said that, like, him and Netflix don't have contact. That Behavior had reached out to Netflix, and they had left them on red, like they weren't responding. So the fact that they're just like suddenly back in the game right before a chapter update makes me think that like maybe Netflix just very randomly and very suddenly said, hey, let's settle something real quick. And it was a very, very fast thing. It was a very, very swift thing. So that's probably why, Hawkins has not had any like substantial changes in terms of like palettes, layout, graphics, or anything like that. So hopefully that's somewhere in the pipeline that Hawkins is getting looked at, because this map is not fun to play on. I do not like playing on this map, so yeah, in general, it's a great thing. I mean, I can't even imagine like how much money Behavior made from all the sales of Demogorgon skins, Survivor skins for both Nancy and Steve. So that's just, it's also weird. Another weird thing is that all the perk teachables went back to their old names, like Jolt's Surge again, and Claustrophobia's Cruel Limits. Like, it's just like, it's so weird. Self-aware became fixated. I had unlearned those terms for such a long time. So like when people are asking me, and I'm trying to help people improve and teach them in the game and that sort of thing, that I wouldn't have the right terminology. And now that terminology is wrong again, and now I have to go back and talk about the perks as their official names again. And it's just interesting. It's just interesting. They did say that those perks are going to go back to teachables. Currently they are not. Currently they still function as general perks, but eventually they will be going back to teachable perks. So that's how they're handling that. And no, before you say anything, no, Stranger Things is not getting a chapter. There's no new Stranger Things content at this time. They've said that. And the chapter 30, whatever that happens to be, is going through as originally planned. So yeah, don't get too excited about that stuff. But yeah, overall, it's a good thing. Of course, it's a great thing. Obviously, Behavior probably made a ton of money. Netflix probably made a ton of money. A lot of new players finally get to try Demogorgon and play as their favorite Netflix characters. So yeah, overall, it's a good thing. How do you guys feel about the Stranger Things chapter suddenly returning? Let me know down in the comments below. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I will see you tomorrow because I upload daily. But if I don't, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.